My name's Carl Hines. I'm National Children and Young People Manager from the Football Association in England. And we're here working with the United Nations as part of the International Youth Leadership Camp to inspire and empower youth leaders from all around the world and use football as one of those mechanisms to provide ideas and provoke thought. Yeah, we want the youth leaders really to come away with a lot of ideas that they can use back in their own communities. So it's really important that through our approach that we empower those young people so that when they go back and work in their communities with other young people, they're empowering kids and helping them enjoy the love of sport. Yeah, the facilities here at IMG are just incredible. We're really lucky to be here, and I think because the facilities are so inspiring, it really fits in nicely with what we're trying to do, which is inspire young people to go out and make a difference. So working with the UN as the international organisation for cooperation is just a great learning experience for us as well.
Well, good morning. My name is Thomas Faswa from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. Well, what has inspired me to come to this workshop or program this summer is different ways. When I read the email I got from the lady, Miss Mary Wilfred, tell me about this program, I was very inspired because, for example, coming to a leadership workshop that you are a leader and you're already doing so much in your community makes you so happy and you want to give out. And you want to come out and meet other young leaders that's doing the same work as you. Working with bigger communities and also bigger groups, especially the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports in St. Lucia, and also the Football FA, and also my communities, it will also help me with what I'm learning actually, especially with child abuse, how to how to create proposals, how to do all sorts of things. This program is also helping us to maintain ourselves as leaders, when to step back, when to say no, when to say it's okay. So this program is actually building us for the better tomorrow as young leaders. Well, coming to IMG gives you a taste of what you have never tasted. It's just like you want to go to Miami and you have never gone to Miami, and when you finally go to Miami, you see how nice it is. Coming to IMG personally is a breathtaking place. They have almost like, at my home ground, we don't even have at least 400 fields. They look like they have so many fields there. I don't even know which field to play on. IMG is a place that is very well maintained, number one. It helps me to understand back home that we should value sports better than any other thing. At the IMG Academy, the place is incredible. I don't even know a word to describe how I am feeling about there. If I had like not even half, a quarter of what they have at IMG at my home ground, back in St. Lucia, we will be a better sporting nation.
One positive experience I've had so far is bonding and getting to know the other participants here at this camp. A lot of people are at different points in their lives, some a bit older, and so for me as someone a bit younger, at a bit of an earlier point in my walk, it's interesting to hear what they're doing, what they're studying, what their plans are, where they're working, and how they're using sports right now. I would like to take back to my community the inspiration that I feel from meeting all of these different people, the inspiration and different ideas of how sport is being used. So I could elaborate on that. Just how other people are using sports positively and the different issues that they're addressing and the different ways that they're using sports to reach a diverse array of people. I feel incredibly lucky to be at a beautiful place like IMG Academy, and I'm really, really thankful for this youth leadership program put on by the United Nations Office on Sport for Development and Peace because they have introduced us to a wide variety of issues, different social issues, such as women in sports, such as working with people who've suffered from different kinds of trauma or different kinds of abuse, and just really introducing us to these different issues and giving us concrete examples by bringing in different speakers and facilitators of how they're addressing those topics, which is very, very inspiring.
That really was inspiring for me that I meet so many people from different countries, and I would say that all of them really great leaders, and like back home I'm trying to be a good leader and motivate my friends, motivate my teammates, and I understood that there is so many people who do it so great that I'm like, I don't want to say bad to compare to them, but like I understood that I can learn like a lot from them. I think like one of the things it is of course leadership, how I think all of us trying to learn. Second one, it was really hard for me sometimes to be a follower and not to be as good team leader as a like leader. And as we're working as a groups like all through all these days, I think it's helped me to understand like that sometimes I need to step back and listen to what other people think, what they want to do, and like just follow their ideas, don't just follow my own idea. Yeah, actually, I want to really give a big thanks to United Nations, to Francis, to BAN, to all the groups, and to IMG, because I think without them, all these programs through all this year wouldn't work, and they just do a really great job. And I think they just bring us all together, and it is like so a great experience to meet such nice people from different countries, to listen to their stories, like express my stories, and like I just can learn a lot from them. And I think through all my life, like I will remember these people, I will have this connection, so like next time we'll go to another country, I can, oh, I know this person, like we can meet or something like this.
I think that every single day I've been faced with new challenges and new learning experiences that I can go home and apply to my team, to the students that I coach, and my peers as well. One specific instance is just knowing that the goal setting and applying SMILES, which is, motivation and including everyone in the games and making sure that everyone has a role on the team as well, because you can just see, just from what I've learned in this camp, is how important sports really is in the development of a student, of a child, and just promoting, future success in that child as well, that life. I hope to learn from all of my peers here and to just really promote all of the things that they've done and help influence my school and my community in all the ways that they have done as well. I learned a lot from my peers, especially from Andrew, and just how one little idea can be a catalyst for change and really change the world around us, and how even though we're just one individual, we can work all together and honestly be the change that we want to see in the world. It's been great to be at the IMG facility. I mean, they're just so welcoming and been helping us so much. And to meet Fran through this organization and Dr. Lemke as well, and just all the doors that are opening. And they've just helped us so much to know that we have these people to fall back on to help us in the future, to guide us and really lead us in the right path to be those people that are influencers and change the world and change even just our peers' lives to be better in the future and create that peace that we really need.
Basically what I do is I work mostly with the Olympic Academy, whereby we teach kids about the Olympic values and the benefits of sports. We encourage them to take up sports and to participate in the activities that we do. I also educate our Olympic Club facilitators, which are the teachers. We do sessions with them that teaches them new things. And we also have sessions with athletes where we do stuff like we teach them about life skills, empowerment. It's basically just passing on knowledge and how to use sports to that advantage. Well, obviously, when I've been here, I've learned a lot. I think what I like is the fact that I've been motivated, and I hope to use this motivation to help me do my work better. I think by teaching us new stuff, I'm being empowered. We're being taught to believe in ourselves, to go after our goals, to persevere and to not give up, no matter how big our dream or our projects are. I've also learned the importance of finding mentors and finding people who can help us achieve our dreams and just basically to help us make our programs better. Building relationship is also vital when you work within the sporting community, because obviously everything that you will do in the sporting community involves the help of sports authorities, sponsors, kids, teachers, just stuff like that I feel will help me better.
Oh man. So we're about a little over a week in right now, and literally every day is learning something new. I think the biggest thing is all the people we've been meeting. All my fellow leaders, youth leaders that I've been here, and just hearing their story, where they came from, and just learning from who they are and just being inspired by their individual stories. And also just the speakers that have come to tell us about their stories and where they are today, and being places that we want to be later on down the road. So let's see, more tangible examples are people like Ingrid Vanderbilt, who has obviously excelled in everything that she's done and is in a place right now where a lot of people want to be in terms of changing soon to be billions of lives around the world, and just be the informational, inspirational, her life story. And then also obviously every day learning from people like Sue and Viv with tangible skills that we can use and apply to as we are leaders in our communities, as we try to be motivators and inspirational people for the youth in our communities. I think everything we're learning from them, I thank them for everything they've taught us, and I think everything that they're teaching us is really going to make that difference in our communities and as we continue in our careers. So I think a big thing is that we've even talked about it this morning, that there's so much that we've learned, and even if we take away one thing, it can change a lot of lives. And I think the biggest thing about this summit in particular is really being empathetic for the diversity that we can encounter in our leadership roles, especially meeting people from all sorts of different cultures and all sorts of different backgrounds. People interpret things in different ways, and to really be an effective leader and to be an inspirational leader and to be a mentor for people down the road, we really have to be empathetic and understanding of other people's situations so that we can build that trust and be that person that they look to for advice, and positive advice, and to be that positive influence for them. So I really think empathy is definitely the number one key in being an effective and impactful leader in our communities. I'm going to go back to my first point, where just meeting everyone here, I think while being here, we just created a network of people that are so willing to support us in everything that we do. There's been examples of, I'm sure he's going to be mad at me for using him as an example, but Andrew is a perfect example of someone who is really able to use a lot of the resources and a lot of the support systems that this summit has really offered us. And I think, honestly, I'm not totally sure what I want to do down the road, but I know once I figure that part out, that I'm going to have the support system I need to back me in everything that it is, whether it's from a legal standpoint on how do I create a business, or whether it's from a marketing standpoint on how I spread my message, or whether it's on a leadership standpoint on how do I lead a group of people to accomplish our mission, or just meeting other people or other helping hands that can bring whatever organization I'm a part of or I'm leading to the next level. So definitely whatever it is that I want to do next in my communities and in our global community, I know that I have the support system from this summit that can help me achieve everything that I want to achieve.
Just being here, I think it's a blessing, right? I don't think they have any words that could describe, the past couple days that we had. I've met so many people from around the world, and I think that's what I want, because my passions in life are sport, culture, travel, and language, right? And I think I got all that here. And I'm really happy that I got to interact with so many people from around the world. And it's been such an amazing experience. Each day is different. We have to treat each day differently, because at the end of the day, every day is something new. We learn something new, and I'm really, really happy to be here. And I'm really, really happy to not only change things in my country, right, but things around the world. I want to take back things. Personal development. I came here to personally develop myself more, right? Trying to be more motivated, resilient, trying to see my pathway, where I want to end up in life. And at the end of the day, I don't think that we have a proper plan, right? Because things never go according to plan. But once we have that goal and that vision and that mission and that passion, right, for life and for what you want, there's no stopping you. And I hope to continue, as I said, not around, if I don't end up in Trinidad and Tobago working, but helping people around the world to better themselves and help this world to become a better world, and to stop the hate and the crime, and just for everybody to live in peace and harmony. Well, United Nations by itself is such a huge organization around the world, and I feel really privileged. I feel like a superstar being here, I wouldn't lie. I mean, the treatment that we've gotten for the staff around IMG, I mean, the interactions that we've had with our groups, as I said, I'm really, really excited and really, really happy to meet people from 13 different countries, different languages. Each day we teach each other something in a different language. So yesterday I learned from my friend from Tanzania. I learned how to say some things in Swahili. And then I learned how to say some things in Taiwan. And then, I speak Spanish as well and English. And then it's some phrases in from my roommate from Botswana, you know. So I'm really, really happy to, as I said, to learn from other cultures, because as I said, the world is a huge place. Actually, it's kind of small because, you know, I mean, some of my friends say that they know my friends from school in like Cuba and stuff like that. But as I said, the world is a big place, right? And at the end of the day, we have to really appreciate and respect each other's cultures and know that everyone is different, and that, you know, the world needs love and peace through sport.
Hi everyone, my name is Omowumi Rafiu, and I go by Kike, spelled K-I-K-E, not Kike, Kike. Originally from Nigeria, and right now I live in Washington, D.C. I just graduated from Georgetown University, where I played basketball, and I'll be going back to get my master's starting this fall, same at Georgetown University. Go Hoyas! And I'll be working with the women's basketball team as a graduate assistant, and I'll be studying sports industry management. I think the most inspiring for me was when we played the wheelchair basketball. And the reason why I could connect with the wheelchair basketball was because just being a basketball player, you know, my sophomore year, I got hurt and I had knee surgery like twice within 6 months. And I had to be on crutches, you know, and I had to experience what disability means, and having to rely on people and to do stuff and to be able to change how I do things because I'm not physically able to do that, and having to be on the wheelchair. The other day playing wheelchair basketball kind of took me to those days where I experienced, you know, what it means to be disabled, and just knowing that despite that you see people that are disabled, they have their own strengths. They're strong people. I remember waking up the next morning after playing wheelchair basketball and my shoulder hurts. They do this for a living. They are strong. It doesn't mean because people are disabled, they're not able. They're able in a special way that actually sometimes we think call ourselves able bodies, we cannot actually do what they do because they are special, unique, motivating, and strong. Coming to just attending this event as a whole is just mind-blowing. What I've learned, I remember starting, when we started, they say be a sponge, and I've led myself to be a sponge, to just learn and learn and learn and learn till the very last day when that flight take off. Even on the flight, I'll still be learning, continuing, because it never stops. And for me, just every facilitator, guest speaker that came in, I took more than one thing from them, because this is just to tell you how I'm just open to just learn. And sure, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, crap.
That's okay. So you're constantly learning.
Yeah, I'm constant learning. And I know, okay, I remember what I wanted to say. So during the process of learning, I have all these ideas popping up in my head, and you know, how I'm gonna apply all this learning in what situation, how to go about it, you know, how to get it done. Because at the end of the day, you can learn whatever it is you want, but if you don't put it into action, it just doesn't make sense, you know. So for me, I mean, the biggest one that just wouldn't leave my head, and I keep waking up every morning with this, was working with the soccer, the disabled I do not really want to use that word disabled, but special, I call them special. The special soccer players back in my country where they play soccer on wheelchair, not wheelchair, but they kind of create their own board. And I've been fortunate to know one of the player on the team and just to try to get involved more with the community and, do something with them, hopefully soon.
My name is Maria Paula Rodriguez. I'm from Colombia. I'm 24 years old. I'm a psychologist. I already finished my college. I did my specialization. It's like a master's in sports psychology. And I'm now working for an organization called GIZ, or GIZ. It's a German organization that would basically what we do is like use sport and use football for teaching coaches like some values through sport and how can they like teach their child or their youth people like different values and skills and social skills. Like, for example, for me it was very important like the experience that Andrew talked about day before yesterday, because it's my challenge, or what challenged me all the time, it's like to try something. And even if it is hard, even if it is like hard for you, or you see it like impossible the first time, you can actually do it. You can actually like accomplish what you want to do. So I think that's like, well, I can't remember now what have been like my best experience, but I think that's one of the experience I now remember like inspires me like for doing, like to never give up, because it's difficult like for challenge you can challenge you, but in that challenge you can like there will be like always like a percentage in which you can give up. So I think that is very important, like never give up, like keep trying. Like, for example, what I want to do in my country, in Colombia, it's like I don't want like to have a club or a academy like where like the best players, the best football players, I don't want that. I want like to them be like the best person they can be for their society, for their community, a person that can help, a person that can be a better one every day. So, and here I have learned like different skills like for that leadership path that I wanna do, or for that way, and for that ideas that I have. So I think that's inspired me, like all what you can do through sports, like knowing that I'm not alone in the world, that I can be like I have too many people as me that we want like to be different things, to build different, like a better world for everybody, like inclusive world. I don't know, like a better world, I think. Okay, as I said, it's like the UN program. I think it's a very complete program, because first we start like looking for or learning more about that team skills that you need to, if you don't have like to develop, and that leadership skills that you have and other ones that you don't have, and you have like to develop them too. So it's been like a path from the individual, like how you can be better, how you can like accomplish better things, and then like starting thinking about the team, thinking about like bigger projects, thinking about not only what you learn, what is leadership, what is teamwork, but how you apply that to real world. So I think it's like that path help us like understanding that all that we learn here and all that experiences that we have, like experiences and feeling, it's like you can do it in your real life, and I think that's like that helped me a lot, because you have to like always learn different things, learn, but not only learn it but apply them, and to make it real. So I think that the UN like helped me, like, and obviously like meeting a lot of people around the world. So like you have friends in somewhere in Botswana, in I don't know, in Canada, in another country, in everywhere. So I think that bringing people together, it's awesome, and it's what we are all here. I was talking about that like in a few minutes, like that's the reason because we are here, like for bringing people together. So, and that's the main point or the objective of sports for development, I think.
So far at this program, the YLP program, I've had so many experiences. What I've benefited from the most is the different cultures, their experiences as well. Just to know that they experience similar problems that I of Trinidad and Tobago, and to just learn their concepts, how they approach these programs. It will help me tremendously. My God, I need to edit that, right? Right? Also, the team working workshops, the different exercises. I work a lot with youths in my communities, so it's definitely going to benefit me. It's going to have fun for them, and also it's going to implement the leadership qualities that we need in Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, so when I go back to my country, I have 2 programs that I'm already planning. Both of them are with youths. One is specified to women and girls, but I believe that in terms of having that cultural change in mindset, we need to start with our younger kids and then eventually have that grown up into our adults. So I have 2 programs. One is dedicated towards women and girls, and the other one is general for both male and female. I'm also going to be taking back a lot in terms of the trauma-sensitive coaching. I believe that it will affect Trinidad and Tobago a lot, as our coaches may not have that same thinking as yet. So definitely taking back ideas towards not only my group, but also to the group of our communities, sporting groups, cultural groups, and also to community groups as well. First of all, it is an honor to be here at the YLP program and to be hosted by the UN group. It is actually me living my ultimate experience here. It was not what I expected at first. I was actually expecting a very small semi-formal program, but they are holistic in their development towards us, and I really, really do appreciate it. Okay. So, in terms of being the holistic experience, definitely it's assisting me in developing my goals, because I aim to actually be a service provider for my community. It's all about making a difference in my community, and by making that difference, I need to start with me first, and then from there graduate to probably my families, my friends, and then to the communities, then nationwide, then to go Caribbean and international as well.
Okay, like the things they taught me, I can use it back home and teach the young leaders like me to how to be a good leader and to bring up new skills and different stuff.
Oh, my name is Bitwarelo Butale from Botswana. I went to the University of Botswana. I did special education. My main focus was learning disability. I'm currently a teacher who is a teacher for design and technology. I'm teaching kids between 11 and 15 years old. And currently, I'm a school coach as well. I coach table tennis. For the past 10 years, I've been playing table tennis. I made it to the national team. I've been 8 times national champion in Botswana. I won even the university games in Southern Africa. It all started when I used to stay in the city. It's called Gaborone. By then, I was a national player. But there came a point when I had to move to a rural area called Mabele Apudi. The place is in the outskirts, the far villages in Botswana. In that area, I met kids who didn't know anything about sport. I didn't even have a training partner. That meant that I had to leave my role as a player and decided to go into coaching. I came here specifically looking at the fact that I did actually a level 2 international table tennis coach, and within that program, the coaching was basically technical. It was more about table tennis. So when I saw this one, I said, this is about sports development. It would help me develop personally and even help the area where I live to develop it. Remember, I said the area people don't know anything about sport. So I'm hoping that with everything that I learn in this area, I'll bring change to them. Okay. Yeah. Since my arrival here, I've learned a lot, mostly in leadership qualities. I think I've been lacking a lot in leadership qualities because one thing that I've observed about myself is that I'm one person who's very quiet, but with coming into contact with people from different countries, I get to appreciate and learn about their cultures, which will make me understand the world. And they're also bringing different ideas on how they do their projects back at the different areas, of which I'm thinking I'll also take some and try and implement in my area. So I've learned a lot of things, like how to make an activity more interesting. You know, the smiles concept, I think all of us have been talking about it. It's one aspect that I'll keep using even back home. I've learned a lot, especially about teamwork, mentorship, the power of believing in yourself. In most cases, we set ourselves so many goals, which becomes a problem to attain them. But I've also got to learn that time is very important. You have to set yourself a time frame that will help you to attain, or that will push you to work harder so that you achieve whatever you want to do. The program, in short, has given me better ways of making myself a leader. I think from day one up until now, we've been learning about ways or qualities of a leader. So I think so far I've learned a lot. I've acquired a lot of knowledge about how to actually be that voice when I get home, which, like I said earlier, I've done so many programs, but none of them were about leadership. I think the most important thing here is leadership and the change.
Kind positive things that I learned, it's time management and bring change to my communities. And what most I learned is to be impossible to be possible. Most of us Tanzanians, as I myself, I cannot talk about we,
we always think something impossible cannot be possible. So what I advise, like, impossible thing can be possible. Yeah, what I want to take from my school, not only school, for my communities, because I've done with my campus, to bring change. Change through what I've learned. I've learned a lot. I can't explain all of them, but I've learned a lot. As Tanzania, we don't go with time. We have to change. Time is everything. If you are going to class, it is 8. You should go there before 8 so that you can prepare yourself. So time is everything. I learned that. GI and United program helps me because I've never been in a place like to meet different country in the same classes. So I learned different culture, I learned different languages up to this moment, and I get exposure, like networking, to know different things in a different country, what they are doing. And GI help us, I myself, to develop more skills that helps me when I go back to my community.
Since I get here, I've learned a lot about leadership, about team, about different abuses. Also, I've learned about being able to respond to different situations, and also to being able to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. We actually have gone into a studio, we create a video. We also had opportunity to meet Olympic qualifiers and champions, and them to share their experience with us was really, really helpful for our path and journey. At the end of the day, I'm gonna try to take everything that I can. I'm being here like kind of like a sponge, like just getting knowledge, because there's so much to do in Guatemala, and I'll be like really grateful if I would be able to return to my country like all those knowledge, and be able to create a program that at least gives them to maybe not the whole problem because it's so big, but to small communities within the country that have lack of education or resources or everything. Okay. How I say, I'm still in college, I'm starting it, so I have like not so much knowledge about everything that involves sport for development. I've been working in several volunteers programs, but to being able to be here 2 weeks and learn a lot from different perspectives and also from different cultures about global issues, but also like the local issues, has been like incredibly rich for me. I don't know if that pronounced it correctly. I think that I've learned so much, not only from the people that come to talk to us, but also from my peers, like being able to evaluate different global issues and how each like country approaches it gives me better ideas of how can I go to Guatemala and approach different conflicts and like make a change.
I learned that you shouldn't give up. You should be a go-getter and have determination. You have to make impossible possible. You see, we have to have a vision, set a vision goal, vision plan that what you want to achieve, and explore the horizons. What I want to take back to my community is that to teach youth and my age mates that the background that we grew up from or where you were born doesn't explain your future. You can become somebody and not look back you are, but to make it, because disability is not inability. They are helping us to like memorize and to recap in ourselves what it was implanted in us, the talent that we have, because most of us, like, we are leaders and we have visions, but we were sitting back, just that we are fearing to take a step forward.
My experience, I understood English word, and I asking and understood everyone, but my and just like learning leadership program, and I strong, and like you can do it, not mind give up, and you can again, and try, then try. My learning leadership program, I go back in my country, and I learning my child, don't give up, you can do it, you can again, and like motivate, and motivate, and don't give up, you motivate, like don't give up, my child, you can do it, and not emotional, emotionally, don't cry, like my child every time asking so cry, and not cry, don't cry, you can do it, you have chance, and something.
Wow, I've learned a lot of things, and I think one thing that stood out for me was to be able to put myself and empathize with disabled people. Wheelchair basketball for me was the highlight of my camp, because I'm able-bodied and I got to appreciate and be grateful for what God has given me. I mean, I'm able to run, I'm able to walk, I'm able to use my hands, I'm able to see, and having to put myself in that position and play wheelchair basketball, I really got to appreciate what I have. And that is something that we never really actually reflect back and be grateful for, these little things. And I think the other thing that I just got to appreciate in this camp is to be able to work on your dreams, work on what inspires you, and make it happen. We had really, really inspirational stories from people who have done it. I mean, Ingrid from the Empowering a billion women in 2020, I think she was very exceptional in telling us that, you know what, she went from zero to hero, basically, from having nothing to doing so much for the world. And we can all make a change with the little things that we have. I think the play-based activities have really opened up my eyes, have really made me more open-minded in appreciating that, you know, you can teach people using a lot of mechanisms. And young people don't like being made to sit in class and just listen. You know, play-based activities are the way to go because you get to learn as you're doing stuff. So I think that is one thing that I'll be able to incorporate when I get back home. I think it's gonna do that in a lot of ways because now I've built friendships, I've built a network here that all the time when I need help with something, I know who to talk to. I mean, we've met Mr. Limke, we've met Francis, we've met Ingrid, we've met the IWG, we've met the Public Foundation, It's On Us campaign. So there are a lot of resources that I can take back home.